Good morning, students. Today we are going to read a new chapter, The Lost Child, written by Mulk Raj Anand. This chapter is from the book Moments. Let's read the introduction. The child goes to a fair with his parents. He is happy and excited and wants the sweets and toys displayed there. The first line it explains the child goes to a fair. Let's see the fair. See, in this picture you can see the fair. See, there are colorful balloons, swings. See, there are colorful flowers and lots of stalls you can see over here. He is happy and excited. You can see his excitement. The mother is holding his hand and the child is so excited. We can see her. He is so excited over here. But his parents don't buy them for him. But his parents don't buy them for him. Here the parents don't buy anything for him. From this fair, the parents don't buy anything to this child. What is the question over here? Why then does he refuse when someone else offers them to him? In this question, who is someone? We were going to read from this chapter. Who is someone else here and who is offering the child here? Who is offering all the things but the child refuses here? So this is the question for us to read this whole chapter and find out who are someone and who is offering to them. Let's read the chapter. See, from the introduction, we come to know that the child goes to a fair with his parents and he is lost in this fair. From the title of the chapter, we come to know that the child is the lost child. So, from the title, we can understand the child is lost here. Okay? The story is very simple, but yes, there are some things which will be very confusing you guys. When we read this whole chapter, we are going to know what are the confusions over here. Let's start with the chapter. It was a festival of spring. Festival. Which is a festival? Which was a festival? The festival is the fair over here. Which is the festival? The festival was fair here. It was a festival of spring. So when was the festival was held? It was held in the month of spring. And obviously we also come to know that the writer has written this story, this chapter in the month of spring. When does the spring season come, students? The spring season comes in the month of February and March. From the wintry shades of narrow lanes and alleys emerged. Emerged means to come out. Emerged means to come out. Gaily. Gaily means happiness. Gaily means happiness. Clad. Clad means clothes. Clad means clothes. From the wintry shades. Wintry shade refers to winter season. So here we have two types of season. Winter season, spring season. Student, obviously when the winter is completed, when the winter season is completed, then the spring season appears. Then the spring season comes here. So from the chapter we come to know that the winter season is completed. Obviously in the winter season it is a very climatic, is a very cold, it is a very chill. And most of the peoples were in their houses. They were not coming out of the houses because of the cold. But emerged again. Now the peoples are coming out just because of the spring season. The winter season is completed and the spring season has started. Obviously, in the spring season, the cold is reduced and the people are very happy and glad. Now the people are wearing a new clothes. They are very happy and they are wearing a new clothes. Why the people are wearing a new clothes? Because it is a festival of time. Which festival? It is a fair in which the people are going to visit here. So people are very happy here and they are wearing a new clothes and they are going. See, some walked, some rode on horses, others sat, being carried in bamboo and bullock carts. Now people are very happy. They are wearing a new clothes and here some people are walking. कुछ लोग पैदल चल रहे हैं. Some rode on horses and others sat. Some people are riding, they were on the horse and some people were sitting and being carried in bamboo and carts. So these were the transports were used by the people to go in this fair. These were all the transportation were used by the people to come in this fair. One little boy ran between his father's leg, brimming over with life and laughter. So who is a little boy? This is a little boy. Who is a little boy? He is a little boy who is running between his father's leg. So he is running between the father's leg here. Father's legs. Brimming over. What do you mean by brimming over? Brimming over means to be so full of liquid that is flows over the edges. For example, so I'll just give you an example in Hindi. आपके पास एक ग्लास है, उस ग्लास में आप पानी डाल रहे हो. आप इस तरह से पानी डाल रहे हो. See, I have drawn a picture of glass. See here. And I have filled the glass with the water. I've filled. Still I'm pouring the water here and the water is flowing down. And the water is overflowing down. Means brimming over. The water is brimming over down. So even the child is so happy. The child's life is so happy that is brimming over laughter. It isn't compared here. See, this is a meaning of real meaning. The brimming over life and laughter is compared here. Even the child's happiness is brimming over. It means it's flowing upon. Next page. Come, child, come, called his parents as he lagged behind. Lagged behind means left behind. He lagged behind. Lagged means left behind. Fascinated by the toys. See here. Fascinated means attracted. Fascinated means attracted. Fascinated means attracted by the toys in the shops that line the way. Obviously, the child is he has entered the fair. He is seeing that the lined way, the stalls are lined, and he is seeing the toys in the shops. He is seeing the toys in the shops and he has lagged behind. He has lagged. वो खिलौनों को देखते हुए पीछे ही रह गया. खिलौनों को देख रहा था, मतलब वो इतना अट्रैक्ट हो गया था खिलौनों से कि वो पीछे ही रह गया था. फिर उसके पेरेंट्स उसे बुलाते हैं. उसके पेरेंट्स कॉल्ड हिम. उसे बुलाते हैं. कम चाइल्ड कम. So we can understand that the child was attracted, fascinated by the toys, and due to that he lagged behind, and his parents calls him, "Come child, come." He hurried towards his parents, his feet obediently to their call, his eyes still lingering on the receding toys as he come to where they had stopped to wait for him. He could not suppress the desire of his heart, even though he well knew the cold stare of refusal in their eyes. See, he hurried towards his parents, his feet obedient to their call. Now, when his parents called, "Come, O child, come," his parents called them. His feet obeys their call. His legs, feet of the legs, has obeys their call, and he fastly moves towards his parent. While moving, his eyes were still lingering. Lingering means lasting for long time. Lingering means lasting for long time. Means the child is seeing for a long time. He's walking in front. He's putting his legs in front, but still his eyes are in the back side of him and receding the toys, and he's still watching those toys. As he came to where they had stopped to wait for him, now he has reached towards his parents where they were waiting for him, but still his eyes were just receding the toys. He was just putting his steps forward, but his eyes were behind only. He could not suppress means to put an end. Suppress means to put an end. He could not suppress the desire. He could not put end to his desire. वो अपनी इच्छा को खत्म नहीं कर पा रहा था. Even though he well know the cold stare of refusal in their eye. Obviously, cold stare means without any feeling affection. Cold stare means without any feeling affection. I want the toy, he pleaded. Now the child has a desire that he wants a toy. So he requested to his parents to buy him the toys. His father looked at him red-eyed. Red-eye means anger. Now the father looked at him with anger in his trant way. Trant way means a cruel or a oppressive ruler. Trant way means cruel or a oppressive ruler. A ruler is a very cruel. He behaves in a very cruel way. His mother, melted by the free spirit of the day, was tender. Now the mother melted with love and tenderness. Her emotions were melted with love and tenderness, and giving him a finger to hold. Now the mother asked the child to hold his finger and said, "Look what is before you." Now the mother is asking him to look what is in front of him. It was a flowering mustard field. Mustard field का मतलब है सरसों का खेत. तो obviously mustard field full of flowers ही होते हैं. Pale means dull, like melting gold as it swept across miles of miles even line. बहुत बड़ा खेत है सरसों का, जहाँ माइल्स टू माइल्स वहाँ लैंड है, सरसों का खेत है जिसके फ्लावर्स का कलर कंपेयर किया गया है मेल्टिंग गोल्ड से. ऑब्वियसली द गोल्डन कलर हैज कंपेयर्ड टू द फ्लावर्स ऑफ द मस्टर्ड प्लांट्स. ओके, तो यहाँ पर सरसों का खेत हमें पता है वो हमेशा येलोइश कलर होता है. स्टूडेंट, आई विल सेंड यू द पिक्चर ऑफ मस्टर्ड फील्ड ऑल्सो. A dragon of flies were bursting about on the gaudy purple wings, intercepting the flight of a long-backed bee-eyed butterfly in search of sweetness from the flowers. See, you can see that there were a group of dragonflies in that field, and they had a gaudy purple wings. Gaudy means it's a very shiny or showy type, means their wings were very shiny type, intercepting the flight of lone back bee and butterfly. Now you can see that this all in the dragon field, the black bee or a butterfly were in search of sweetness from the flowers. They were all like flying or fighting between. They were like flying or fighting for to suck the sweetness of the flower. The child followed them when they were flying in the air. The black bee or a butterfly, when they were flying in the air, he was chasing them. He followed them in the air with a gaze. Gaze means vision. So we followed them with a gaze till one of them would still its wings and rest. He followed them till the butterfly would sit on the flowers and he would try to catch it, but it would go fluttering and flapping up in the air. But when the child tried to catch, the butterfly would fly away, would flap his wings and fly up in the air. When he had almost caught it in his hands, then his mother gave a cautionary call, "Come, child, come onto the footpath." Now the child was almost tried to catch. Suddenly he gets a call from his order call, cautionary call, an order type call he gets from his mother, and her mother says to come on the footpath. The child was in the mustard field, so the mother calls him to come again on the footpath. He ran towards his parents gaily. Now he runs towards his parents happily and walked abreast of them. He walked side by side. Abreast means walk side by side and facing the same way. He's walking in a straight way for a while, and being, however, soon left behind, attracted by the little insects' worms along the footpath that were teeming out. Now see, again the child was attracted by the insects and the worms. First he was attracted by the butterflies, and now he is attracted by the insects and worms while walking on the footpath. Why? They were teeming out. Teeming out means they were coming out from their hiding places. Obviously, when we see it was a field, it was a mud. There's a sand over there, and the worms were coming outside of the mud. And when they're teeming out from their hiding places to enjoy the sunshines. Now the worms and the insects were coming out just to enjoy the sunshine, and the child was attracted. See, in this we have seen that again and again the child is left behind and the parents are moving forward. So the child is attracted by each and everything. Next, come child come, his parents called from the shade of grove where they had seated themselves on the edge of the well. He ran towards them. See, grove means छोटा सा पेड़ का झुंड. There are a group of trees over there where the parents were resting under the shade. Shade means chaya of the grove, and they were seated themselves on the edge of the well, ran towards them. So the parents were waiting under the small grove of the trees, and that was next to the well, and he ran towards them. Next, a shower of young flowers fell on the child as he entered. So the parents were sitting near the well. The parents were sitting near the edge of the well where there was a grove. There was a grove. When the child enters, there is a young flowers fell upon. Means बारिश हो रही है फूलों की वहाँ पर क्या होने लग गई, बारिश. जैसे ही बच्चा वहाँ पर पहुँचता है वहाँ पर फूलों की बारिश हो जाती है. And forgetting his parents, he began to gather raining petals. वो वापस forget मतलब भूल जाता है. Again he has forgotten his parents. He started collecting the raining petals of the flowers. He started collecting in his small little hands. But again, see, he heard the cooing of the doves. Cooing means the sound of the doves. Doves means it is a bird which looks like a pigeon. Means the color of the doves is also white. Students, I'll send you the picture of the dove also. And ran towards his parents. Now he's listened the cooing, the sound of the doves, and he ran towards his parents and shouting at them, the dove. He is informing there is a dove over there, and the raining petals dropped from his forgotten hands. Now, after seeing this dove, he has dropped the raining petals and he has forgotten in his hand what was there. The hands were full of raining petals. But as soon as when he hears the cooing sound of the dove, the child forgets that what was in his hand. Come child, come, they called a child. Now again the parents are calling the child, who had now gone running in a wild capers. Now the child is running in the wild capers. What do you mean by the wild crapper? Wild crappers means a playful skipping movement. Playful skipping around the banyan tree. You know there is a banyan tree. You have a long ropes hanging in the banyan tree. You have a long ropes hanging there. From that rope he is catching and he is turning himself around him. And gathering him up, they took the narrow winding footpath and they led to the fair through the mustard field. Now the parents are gathering him, means holding the child's hand, taking to the narrow, means they are moving towards the footpath. They are coming outside the field of the mustard field. They are coming outside the mustard field and they are going again to the footpath which led to way to their fair. Means they are going on the footpath, which the footpath will take them to the fair. There was no reply. He turned to look at his parents. They were not there ahead of him. He turned to look on either side. They were not there because they were not there. He looked behind, there were no sign of them. Now, the child, with lots of courage, he expressed his desire that he wanted to sit on round board, and he expressed his desire, but there was a no reply. When he turned back to look at his parents. They were not there. When you see there, nowhere his parents were found. He went ahead. He searched them here and there. They were not there. He looked behind. He looked at both the side, but there were no sign of his parents. A full deep cry rose within his dry throat, and with a sudden jerk of his body, he came from where he stood, crying in real fear. Now, after not finding his parents, the child cried and with a sudden jerk he ran here and there to find his mother and father. Tears rolled down from his eyes. उसके आंसू उसकी गालों से होके जा रहे थे. Hot and fierce. And one side first, then another side. Now the child is running both the side to find his parents. He's running towards all the direction, but he could not find him. No way. He waved his yellow turban, yellow turban came out and his clothes became muddy. Having run to in a range of running for a while, he stood defeated. After running for a long time here and there, the child was tired and he stood there to just suppress his sobs. The way he was crying, he came into his lower tone. A little distance on the green grass, he could see through a filmy eyes men and women talking. After a second, he can see that on a green grass, he could see there from his eyes that some men and women were talking to each other. He tried to look intently. Means very carefully among the patches of bright yellow clothes. Now he is identifying his parents from their clothes, but there were no sign of his father and mother among this. He tried to look from his yellow clothes, but he could not find any sign of his pin, who seems to laugh and talk just for the sake of laughing and talking. But for him, the laugh and talking were meaningless, just because he could not find his parents. He ran quickly again the short of the shrine, to which people seems to be crowding. Every little inch of space there was a congested with a man, but he ran through people's legs, his little sob lingering mother, father near the entrance of the temple. Now the child started running quickly again and again from here and there, which people seems to be crowding, where he can see lots of crowd over there, where every little inch of space here was congested. You can see in the fair, it's very congested, where you cannot have a step to keep over there. Even in this fair, it was a very congested. He could not find a space to keep his leg, but still he ran through the people's leg. Still he is running in between the legs of people, his little sob lingering, his little hands legs and his body is lingering from here and there, just in a search of his father and mother. Near the entrance of the temple, now you can see that the entrance of the temple, however, the crowd became very thick. Obviously, it was near the temple, the crowd was very huge. Men jostled each other. The men pushed each other. Heavy men with a flashing, murderous eye and hefty shoulders. The poor child struggled to thrust away between their feet. Now, when he saw a man who was a very hefty, means his shoulders were very broad, his chest was very broad, and his eyes were big, murderous, means his eyes were dark in a red color. So the child was found very difficult to move in between their feet. He was finding very difficult moving from their feet, and knocked to and fro by the brutal movements. Now he has moved from their brutal movements. He might have been trampled under the foot, means he may be trampled foot मतलब पाँव के नीचे दब जाना. Had not shriekened at the highest pitch of his voice, means if he was shouting, even the people were not able to hear his voice because this child was too tiny in front of their foot. Mother, father, a man is surging crowd, heard his cry and stooping with a great difficulty and lifted him in his arm. You know, in such a big crowd, such a big huge crowd, a man found that somebody was crying. An unknown stranger found that the child was crying, and that person lifted with a great difficulty with him and in his arms. Now that the stranger had lifted that child with a very great difficulty in his arms. Before the great giant wave slammed into the coast in India and Sri Lanka, wild and domestic animals seemed to know what was about to happen. See, here it's explaining about the sixth sense of the animals. Now, see, there is a small picture. It has shown that how the huts has been affected by the tsunami. But see, the dog is alive. You can see here the dog is alive. Now, in this paragraph, in this story, we are going to learn how they have such a good sense. Animals have such a very good sense. They possess very good sense. Before the giant was slammed into the coast in the India and Sri Lanka. See, before the giant means before the tsunami has slammed in the coast of the in other parts of the Sri Lanka and India, wild and domestic animals seems to know what was about to happen. So wild animals and domestic animals, they come to know what was going to happen. They come to happen. मतलब उन्हें पहले ही पता चल जाता है कि क्या होने वाला है. They fled to safety according to the witness accounts. So they fled means when such thing happens, these domestic animals sixth sense start working, and according to their sixth sense, they fled away to the safety places. They knew that in this place there is a lots of they'll be causing a problem, so moved away to the safety. According to the eyewitness account, elephants screamed. So see, they're saying when the witness they want to give this, animals screamed and ran higher grounds. When the earthquake started, the animals started screaming, yelling on the higher ground. They are running very fastly on the ground. Dog refused to go outdoors. You can see these domestic animals also, they refuse to go to outside. Flamingos abandoned their low-lying breeding areas. Flamingos also, they are at a low-lying breeding, and zoo animal rushed into their shelters. Now zoo animal also, they starting shifting from place to place for a good shelter and could not entice to come back. Matlab, now they have decided they are not going to come back to that place again because their sixth sense organ is saying that something is going to slam here, something is going to happen here. Many people believe that animal possesses sixth sense and when the earth is going to shake. So many people says that animal possesses a sixth sense when the earth is going to shake. Matlab they come to know a very long back before time. Some experts believe that animals more accurate hearing helps and them to hear or feel the earth's vibration. So what are the experts say? Animals have very accurate hearing. They have very sharp hearing. They can hear and feel the earth's vibrations. When our tectonic plates start shaking from the inside the core, the feel of that earth shake, the earth vibration of the earth, they can feel before the man. They can sense an approaching disaster long before human realize what's going on. So this shows that when the disaster is approaching, the animal's six organs informs them that something is going to happen before the human realizes it. The human realize when there is some destruction, when there is something is happening very badly. We cannot be sure whether animals have a sixth sense or not. So now, what is another thing? How can we come to sure that really the animals have a sixth sense? Few examples they have given. See. But the fact is that giant waves that rolled through the Indian Ocean killed more than 150,000 people in dozen countries. Now you can see that when the tsunami waves, these giant waves, when they rolled down to the Indian Ocean, it killed. How many people it killed? It killed 150,000 people in dozen countries. You can say in many other countries. But not many animals have been reported there. You can see that when so many people have died. But you can see that we cannot see that the dead animals reports here. Obviously, in the place in which where animals are staying, in the same land, even the human beings are staying. When the animals' sixth sense says that something is going there, they have been moved to the safer side. But the animal sense doesn't work like animals, so the animal have died in dozens. So this is a good fact that you can understand that how the animals have a very good sense. Along India's Cuddalore coast, where thousands of people perished. You can see that in the Cuddalore coast, you can see the thousands of people were killed, they were perished during the gigantic waves. Buffaloes, goats and dogs were found unharmed. In the same place, you can see that thousands of people were perished in the coast. But you can see that buffaloes, goats, they were not unharmed. Actually, they have moved to the safer place because they already felt that something is going to happen. The Yala National Park in Sri Lanka is a home of variety of animals including elephants. This is an example, a very good example they have set for to know about the sixth sense of the animals, to know us how their sixth sense is working in the animals. The Yala National Park of the Sri Lanka, you can see there which are the animals: elephant, leopards, and 130 species of birds. 60 visitors were washed away from the Patanangala beach inside the park. You can see that there were so many animals, there were so many species of birds, but you can see that when the 60 visitors were there inside the park, they have been washed away by the tsunami. But no animal carcasses were found. No animals were harmed over here except 2 water buffaloes. See, you can see that so many animals in such a big national park. So many species of birds you can see them. But all the animals, all the species, they have shifted from one place to another place. They can sense the vibrations of the earthquake, but the human being cannot sense the vibrations of earthquake. This shows the difference between the human beings and the animals, how the sense organ works. You can see that in the national park there were so many species of animals were there, But unfortunately, only the human beings who were inside the national park, 60 people, were washed away. Only the 2 buffaloes were killed when they were water buffaloes. About an hour before the tsunami hit, people at Yala National Park have observed 3 elephants running away from the Patanangla beach. Now people of the national park has observed here the 3 elephants. When they got the vibration of the earth, they started running from there. They started running from there, from that Patanangla beach. A Sri Lankan gentleman who lives in the coast near Galley said his dogs would not go for their daily runs on the beach. Said his 2 dogs would not go for the daily run on the beach. They usually excited to go on this outing. He said, but on that day they refused to go. They most probably saved his life. So this gentleman is explaining that he had 2 dogs and he had not let them to go on the beach. But they were very excited when they wanted to go on the beach. They very excitedly they go on the beach. But on that day they even have not gone on the beach. They even on that day they did not go on the beach, and due to that even they saved that galley's life. This shows that how the human beings has a very powerful sense of humor. So when you want to save your life, the bravery and intelligence help us to save our life. And we have seen so many of brave peoples in this chapter, how they have saved from such a difficult period. I hope you all have understood the chapter.